Hello and welcome to Culture Shocked, the pop culture podcast brought to you by four aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm your host, Doug. I know it's been a minute, and with me as always is...
Hey, I'm Adrian, and do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Well, now I have to go. That's fucking annoying. I'm Corey, and you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
And I'm Mike. Your request is not unlike your lower intestine. Stinky and loaded with danger.
Of course, Mike went for the fart joke.
I gotta say, that was a supreme setup there, Adrian.
Thank you very much,
That was
sir.
amazing.
You could have
Also,
left it
fuck
for
you.
last, because then I would have came back in, so I would have slammed, right? You could have done that and then as well.
I feel like Corey paused and didn't want to say anything because he was hoping I would just say fuck it. And go.
I was trying to figure out how to address that. I was like,
I
God
saw
damn
him
it.
point at the screen. I was like, am I supposed to say something? He didn't warn me. I don't know what to do.
I literally have no setup.
Oh, that was great.
He's been a beloved actor from the 90s, from the 80s even, for some of you, if you've seen some of those movies.
Boo.
He's one of the greatest comics of all time, comedian actors, whatever you want to call him. He does great impressions, the living cartoon himself. Today we're going to talk about Jim Carrey.
And now music.
Just have Mike right in the middle of our music playing, and now music.
Yeah, and now music. Two.
You mean like how in the 80s, like everybody was like, CC, pick up that guitar and talk to me.
And
Like,
baby,
yeah, exactly.
talk to me.
We don't need you to address that they're about to do a solo. We get
Wait,
it.
was everybody like that, or was Bret Michaels like that?
There's a couple bands that were like that.
Or did they all, specifically say CC?
Brett and Axel were both like that.
Ozzy Osbourne? CC.
All right.
It's like, wait, I'm Randy Rhoads.
All right. So to just get into it, Adrian, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I want to mix things up a little bit.
It's a horrible place to start.
Nah, I like it.
I mean, I do like it.
Adrian, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Hold on, let me buy him some time.
No. Don't. He doesn't. He always has time bought for him. He has to do it now on the
Okay.
spot.
All right.
So, Adrian, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Well, thanks, guys, for listening. This is the end of the episode.
We'll see you next week for part 2 of Jim Carrey.
My top 4 Jim Carrey movies are pretty easy to order. It's
And what's one? And what's the one at the top?
the number 1 is the shirt I'm wearing that people can't see.
Mock. Yeah.
Yeah, pick 'em up.
So Dumb and Dumber, huh? What is it about Dumb and Dumber that just sets it apart for you from like the other Jim Carrey movies? Or
Jeff Daniels is in it.
It's probably that.
one of his few great roles.
Yeah, well, Jeff Daniels is more of a dramatic actor.
Yeah, he's a better dramatic actor.
I think that is one thing that definitely helped the movie. I didn't know if Jeff Daniels was going to be able to compliment Jim Carrey as well as he did when I first saw that movie.
He definitely accomplished that a lot better than Tommy Lee Jones.
He did.
Oh, God.
Although some of us love Batman Forever.
Not because it's a great movie.
No, not because it's a great movie.
I love it specifically just because of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
In fact, the polar opposite.
But yeah. That's polar
Yep.
opposite. Got it. Anyway.
No, yeah, it's insanely quotable. I think on a daily situation, you can find some way to quote Dumb and Dumber.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels are just so fucking good together. And there's somehow, like, the writing in the movie is somehow brilliant at times. Like, while they're so dumb.
They rode the line so beautifully between brilliant and juvenile. Not a lot of people
What's
can pull
that
that
accent?
off.
New Jersey.
Samsonite, I was way off.
I was way off. And I love that pays off later when the guy's like holding them at gunpoint. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Samsonite. We will have all your money.
Yeah.
Sorry,
If
Michael.
Dumb and Dumber is your favorite, I really want to know what you think of Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, I was actually getting to that, so good time. Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber 2 was a monumental upset.
Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ.
Really? I love it.
Everybody I know tries to defend that movie
I
so
think
hard,
it's
and I
funny
hate
as
it.
fuck. I think it's just
I
as
think it's
good.
so dumb.
Dumb
And dumber.
and Dumber. Yeah, right. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just think my expectations were way too high going into
We're
it.
talking about
That's
2,
true.
not the prequel, right?
Yeah.
No. That
Okay.
one's really
all
bad.
right. All right. I'm
Yeah,
just
we're
making
talking about
sure.
2.
Okay,
Not-
yeah, I like 2.
Not when Harry met Sally.
Harry met Sally.
Yeah, not when the kid shits in Bob Saget's bathroom or rubs
Yeah.
chocolate all over his
Shit.
bathroom.
Oh, R.I.P.
Everywhere.
No, Dumb and Dumber 2, it had a couple good gags.
Shit on the walls.
I love that Jim Carrey acted like he was mentally insane for how many years just to play a practical
20.
joke on 20
Yeah.
years.
The
I love
entirety of since the ending of the first movie up till that point.
That's so fucking stupid. Who would do that?
It's perfect.
Those 2.
Gotcha.
Lloyd Christmas, I would, I guess.
Yeah.
You've been pretending all this time? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love the uncredited Bill Murray Breaking Bad reference.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is my new roommate. I make some kind of rock candy. I think it's Cajun.
It makes my eyes burn, but
Makes my eyes burn.
Now don't get me wrong. The lines they threw in that movie were brilliant.
Yeah.
But it was just too much the same movie, just older guys and
I didn't
think
see it, so I was going to ask. Did it seem like they tried to copy too much of the first movie?
They brought Freda Felcher in. And
I don't think they copied the movie. They copied the spirit of the movie.
They
which
did.
is why I think I liked it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, I haven't seen this movie in 20 years. I'm
Right.
fine having some more of it now.
Well, I just comedy sequels tend to always suffer from that, like trying to rehash old
Well,
jokes.
See
So-
where they went too far was they even threw in there the assassin guy trying to kill them without them knowing again. They did that again. Same thing. I didn't like that. If they could have taken that out completely, made it a buddy travel movie, and I would have been fine with it.
Oh, for sure.
But they tried to do the same fucking story. Like they don't
Yeah.
realize they're being hunted. The other people thinks they're geniuses because they keep fucking up accidentally doing good things.
Yeah,
It
like,
just
it's more of the same in the first one.
yeah.
It wasn't like the same exact story. Or,
No, it is way
Yeah.
different story. Like Lloyd has a daughter, and
Yeah.
so there was different things, but or it wasn't Lloyd. It was
Harry.
Harry had a daughter, and Lloyd like fell in love with her. Kind of.
Yeah.
It was weird.
If you guys
but,
could see Mike's face right now.
Yeah, it's really weird.
No, I
But,
just think Dumb and Dumber is lightning in a bottle. Like, I think that's a one-time idea that, yeah.
But what I wanted to say about Dumb and Dumber was Adrian has it at his 1. It's at my 5.
It's at your
Ooh,
five.
wow.
Where's
Yeah,
it? Is it fall anywhere for you, Mike?
I didn't make a list.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just
Of course he
curious.
didn't.
We normally have lists, so
We usually do. I did not for this one.
Mike Craig is the Ron Weasley of our podcast.
List?
Yes.
We've never done a list. 34 episodes of lists.
Bloody
It's a
hell.
list.
Mike, if you had to do a top 10, just say, would it be somewhere in there?
Oh yeah.
If you had to do a top 5, would it be somewhere in there?
No.
No.
If you look at a list of his movies, top 10 isn't even that easy. He has a lot of good movies.
I
Yeah.
know. That's what I
People
said. No,
forget.
it would be in the top 10, but it wouldn't be in the top 5.
Mid-career Jim Carrey and early career Jim Carrey made a
Yeah.
lot of movies.
Oh, for
But
sure.
that actually brings me to my next question, because they're from similar periods in time and have a similar like comedy style. The Ace Ventura series. How do you think the sequels with that movie were so strong comparatively? Generally,
It is weird because the Ace Ventura When Nature Calls was 10 times better than the first one.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was like they
Yeah.
got better, and I'm looking forward to the new one.
The reason for that, I believe,
Don't know if I agree.
Really?
Let Mike get his thought out.
I don't think the new one's going to be as good. Not because I don't think Jim Carrey can do it. I think it's because it's just been too long. I think that's the same reason that Dumb and Dumber 2 suffered. It's been too long.
Oh, there's a chance that it feels too aged.
Yeah. The first 2 Ace Ventura movies were excellent because they were like it was done right. The sequel wasn't so far after the first one, and like Corey said, I do think When Nature Calls is a far better movie than the first one. Not that I hate the first one; I love the first one too. There's a lot of great quotable lines from the first one.
It could suffer what a lot of franchises do, like how they tried like Bill and Ted's or New Joe Dirt, or like
Yeah.
years later. It's like it could
It's
suffer
Dear
from
Ted.
Just to put this out
Dear
there,
Ted.
Pet Detective and Dumb and Dumber came out the same year.
Yes.
Also, The Mask.
The Mask. Bro, Jim
Oh,
Carrey did
Oh,
those
you guys are
three.
killing my
What a
one
year.
thing I want to talk about.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, I will stop.
Ah.
The 90s was crazy incredible.
Ah.
Jim Carrey had
Anyway,
All right,
Jim
I'm gonna-
Carrey
hold on.
In
Well,
the
let
90s,
me just do this now because
I'm like looking at this.
I just want. I'm not going to mention any titles. I
fucking
just
blown away.
I just wanted to say in the 90s, Jim Carrey must have been exhausted.
well, I'm going to help you with that right now.
Yeah. Since we're
This-
talking about it, Corey,
This
drop
is
that.
literally in order from 94 to 2000. He did Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Batman Forever, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, The Truman Show, Man on the Moon,
Ooh,
Me, Myself, and Irene, How
Ooh.
the Grinch Stole Christmas.
my
All
God!
in 6 years.
In other words, banger, 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 banger.
All bangers. And
Yeah.
and then he did a lot of other good movies like the following 10 years, but there were a little bit of hit and misses and gaps.
Yeah,
But that was 94 to 2000 was fucking huge for this man.
and Ace Ventura, like the first Ace Ventura, was
It started it all.
that's when
basically.
Jim Carrey came onto the scene,
Oh, yeah.
and he was a different type of comedy than the world had ever seen.
I know. Doug's favorite Jim Carrey movie is Earth Girls Are Easy, but
Yes.
I wanna-
It's not listed.
I want to talk
It's
about
not
his
listed.
first ever movie. Was actually a TV movie called Rubber Face that he did in Canada.
No,
Yeah.
I could have sworn Earth, Women Are Easy came before that, but it's not even on IMDb. They hide
81
that shit.
Rubber Face is 81. It wasn't called Rubber Face in Canada.
Yeah, they changed the title for
okay,
American
okay.
audiences.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rubberface, and he also had a TV, like a pilot or for a TV sitcom.
Yeah. I don't even know what that was.
where
called.
he moved to Hollywood to be like an animator, but he just ended up writing the same duck over and over again. That was like the whole premise of the show. He animated the same duck over and over
Is
again.
it called The Duck Factory?
Yes, that's what it is.
And you know what? I'm going to just never watch that and love that you just said that because
Yeah.
I'm sure the show does not live up to what just happened.
Quack,
Yeah.
quack, motherfucker.
Quack,
Oh, now he's
quack.
back.
Duck Nukem
Knuckles
here.
here.
But to pull it back to Ace Ventura, what do you? Because like you can't deny that Ace Ventura and the Dumb and Dumber movies have like that same style of comedy
Oh, yeah.
and humor.
You mean
to
Jim
it.
Carrey?
Yeah. The
90s
cartoon.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
What do you?
Ray Finkel.
Because I'd probably argue that most people would say Dumb and Dumber 1 is better than the Ace Ventura movies, but
I would actually disagree with that.
really,
Well, Dumb and Dumber's on my list. Dumb and Dumber's on my top 5, and neither of the Ace Venturas are. So
Mike, I would disagree with you. Your face.
I think Dumb and Dumber's
Damn it,
better.
I can't do your joke, Mike. I always fuck up the timing. Just like 30 minutes later. I
Something-
disagree with you.
Something clicks in Mike's head where he knows where to put that.
Yep.
Your face is a mask.
or was it just laces out? Is that all you had?
Laces out.
Was that really the secret?
Finkel
When
is
I-
Iron. Iron is Finkel.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's not exactly PC for today's culture. I mean, God bless that movie for coming out when it did. I love it. But I
Yeah.
don't know if it would survive in a 2022 atmosphere.
Which
But-
movie?
The Ace Ventura.
Oh,
but-
nah, that'd be fun.
I actually like, as an adult, I like the first Ace Ventura more than I like When Nature Calls. When I was a kid, I definitely like When Nature Calls more.
I mix the two up all the time. Nature Calls is the one with the rhino thing. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Other than
just-
that one scene, I think the first movie is better.
That
Okay.
scene when he's driving the Jeep and he fits it in between the scenes like a glove.
And when he's rocking like this, and it shows the other guy, and he's not even moving. So he's imitating a rocky road, and it's not even.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Dude.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Bang, bang. Chitty bang bang, I love you. Oh, chitty bang bang.
So
Hey,
how brave was it to make the Miami Dolphins the forefront of your fucking?
I know.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
And Dan Marino specifically at the very front of it.
I
like,
know.
A kidnapped dolphin.
One of my favorite quotes is from that movie. Dan Marino can rot in hell and die of gonorrhea or something. I think I said it backwards, but yeah. That old lady when he goes to the door, it's like Ray Finkel's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Marino.
I need to
die of
speak to Ray
gonorrhea.
Finkel. She points a shotgun at his face and a clean pair of pants.
Damn, Corey, to go off track, Dan Marino should definitely buy this car. Well, not this one. I'm going to fuck this one up.
I'm gonna fuck this one up.
But he should definitely buy this car.
And Dan Marino's in Little Nicky. He's made an appearance in a lot of movies.
Well,
He
you
really
know what?
has.
But he
Wait,
hasn't made an
Who was
appearance
he
in the
Little
Super Bowl.
Nicky?
He was asking the devil to
Ooh.
let him win a Super Bowl, and he said, "I just can't take your soul from you. You're too nice of a guy."
That's not
Oh
true,
my
Mike. He
God.
did appear in a Super Bowl. He just didn't win it.
Yeah,
Hammer.
Anyway.
because Lace is out.
All right.
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to drop out Ace Ventura right this moment before I ask my next question?
Mike, what do you think of Ace Ventura?
It's awesome.
It's,
Mike, which one do you like more?
Oh, it's so tough. I love them both.
the cartoon.
I would completely. No. Mike's favorite is the one with the little kid.
Oh God, where it's
What?
like a junior pet detective or whatever.
No.
Like,
No, that was terrible.
That was
I
so
like
bad.
I like Junior Pet
Hey,
Detective
did
and
that-
Son of Flubber or Son of the Mask.
I let my kids watch that movie one time, and then I fucking got rid of it.
Corey,
I literally
you.
got rid of it.
Oops.
I literally hate you right now.
Yeah, that
I
was
blocked,
so terrible.
I blocked that out of my mind forever.
Yeah, honestly, I did.
You're welcome.
At first, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh,
I forgot all about that whole Son of the Mask shit.
Son of the Mask
Oh,
with Jamie
That had
Kennedy.
nothing to do with
Ugh.
Jim Carrey, did it?
also bad."
No.
Yeah, none of them had Jim in it.
Yeah, you see what happened is they tried to do these younger versions of Jim Carrey's character, but nobody's Jim Carrey
Nobody.
Except
No.
Jim Carrey.
except Jim Carrey. And sometimes he's not even Jim Carrey.
He's whoever he feels
Yeah.
like being that Jim.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's
As a matter
Andy
of fact-
Kaufman.
As a matter of fact, from 2013 and 14, when he did Anchorman 2 and Dumb and Dumber 2, that small
Yeah.
part in Anchorman, it was a gap till 2020 that he was even in anything because he went fucking off the rails.
Yeah,
And there was that period where he was doing that documentary about Andy Kaufman, and
Yep.
he literally became
Yep.
Andy Kaufman. for
Andy
who knows
and
how
Me
long.
or something like that.
Man
Andy.
on the Moon.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Man
that
on
was
the
the
Moon.
movie.
Yeah.
That was the movie, right?
Yeah, the documentary was Jim
The
and Andy.
Jim
Right.
and Andy, that's what it was.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times. It's so good.
I hear it's really good.
he's doing murals and shit now, right?
He's a great artist.
He literally rents out entire fucking studios that are fucking hundreds of feet big, and has
Yeah.
his equipment set up where he lays on this board and does multiple 100-foot canvases.
I definitely. I mean, I've seen some of his work. He does a very good job.
He did one for his commencement speech. It was beautiful.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is a big advocate for mental health.
Yeah, there's actually I have some questions about that kind of shit that I was going to bring up later, but we can talk about it now if you guys want.
Shoot.
May as well get the real stuff out of the way now.
I mean, not yourself, but go ahead.
Shoot, not yourself. Damn.
Oh, nice.
Well, speaking of mental health,
Well, that's the peak of the jokes, guys. Let's get out.
Doug couldn't be with us this week because he killed himself.
Mike said the wrong thing, and
I thought it was the kill myself noise, not the dying giraffe.
I thought you were doing. Yeah, are you doing the dying draft? Did South Park?
I fucking hate guard dogs.
Did South Park ever have Jim Carrey in it?
I'm sure it had him in it, but I don't think his voice.
Well, not actually him, but like the
How do you
I'm sure
how do you
there was
put
an episode.
such an animated person in a cartoon?
in a cartoon.
You just
That's
put him
true.
live action in
Yeah,
the show.
just put him live action.
Hi, Stan and Kyle and Kenny.
How you guys doing?
Holy
You
shit!
were-
It's the South Park kids.
All right, real quick, off topic, just a random thought I had. How perfect would he have been in the adventure in the fucking Imagination Land episodes as just a made up character?
Yeah.
Fucking, you can't make this guy up.
No, I think years from now, future generations are going to look back and think we made up Jim Carrey. That is not a real person.
He was so profoundly deep, yet a fucking idiot at the same time.
Do you guys ever watch actor roundtables or comedian
Yeah.
roundtables?
Yeah, I love the
yeah,
green,
yeah, I
green
do.
room thing.
Yeah,
Used to watch that.
Somebody sits down and has a group interview with
Yep.
Yeah.
4
Oh,
or
yeah.
5 ones. I've seen a bunch of them, but when I saw that had Jim Carrey on it, he got real deep because people were asking him yo, you were gone for a long time. What was up? And he a quote that's just stuck with me, and I'm sure I've said it before on here even, was that somebody asked him why he's an actor, why he acts. And at first he's like, well, I act because I want to. I act because I have to. And
Mhm.
I act so I can take all those thousands of little pieces of me that are broken and put them back together however I want. And it was God damn.
Wow.
That's
and
so
you see it in
profound.
every character he has.
Yeah.
He
they're all
found
fucking-
a way to take his almost disability and make it he did what Robin Williams did, except Robin Williams didn't know how to get rid of the feeling inside. Jim Carrey
Yeah.
seems to have mastered that.
Canadian.
Robin Williams problem is that he worried way
Wasn't
too much
Canadian.
about other people
Wasn't Canadian.
That's true.
and not himself. Whereas you
Also,
could tell,
Also, he
tell-
wasn't Canadian.
you could tell Jim Carrey has definitely done a lot of like self work to him, like to take care of his mental health.
Yes, he has.
He always disappeared when he went into the dark spots.
Yeah,
Have you guys seen any of the Showtime show Kidding?
Yeah, I watched the
No,
first
I
whole
have
season.
not.
Oh, you have? Okay,
Yep.
so someone here has actually seen that. What'd you think about it? I liked it
I-
personally, but
I
know
liked
wasn't
it.
received well.
He wasn't quite Jim Carrey in that show. He was
Very
like
serious.
Mr. Rogers almost. But yeah, I thought it was all right. I didn't watch the second season because I don't know. It wasn't
It got
Jim Carrey
canceled.
for me. But yeah, it was only 2 seasons.
I like
but-
seeing him like subvert my expectations.
Yeah, sometimes, but mostly my mind just wants Jim Carrey to be Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I said that on purpose, Adrian.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. You know right where my mind went.
Oh, I know. I said it on purpose.
Oh, Mike, I love The Last Jedi.
Oh, Jesus
Anyway,
Christ.
we can move on.
Yeah.
But also, just a side note, Robin Williams was diagnosed with like some form of dementia near the end of his life. So he
Yeah.
did have like some kind of mental disorder. Louis Body, is that what it was called? Like
Isn't
he
that
was
really
like,
Louis Body.
is that what it's called?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was
I
like
know
he
what you're
was
talking
like
about there, but
insomnia
yeah.
and paranoia, and he was starting to lose like motor function,
Yeah.
and he couldn't perform comedy anymore, which took him to a really dark
That
place.
was his whole life.
But yeah.
He dropped in
Yeah.
every night on just open mics, and people were like, "Holy shit, Robin Williams is here."
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Robin Williams.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm gonna throw in a fun fact real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, let's perk
Brighten the
this up a
mood.
little bit.
Yeah. Fun facts.
time to bring us out of the darkness with Corey's fun facts.
With every death, you have to have one of Corey's fun facts.
Because that's where Corey finds his happiness, in death.
I say every time somebody dies, an angel gets a swing, and Corey tells a fun fact.
Fun fact creates
That is-
the wing. Okay.
That is the saying.
Yeah, totally.
He became the first actor to ever get paid $20 million for a movie for The Cable
The
Guy.
cable guy.
Cable guy.
Oh God, I love that movie.
And Yes Man fetched him $35 million and made him one of the 30 largest payouts to a single actor in a film.
Yeah, he got
Wow.
like 25% of that movie's profits.
Yep. And it ended up being $35 million.
That's a shame
Yeah.
because that movie's not that great in my opinion.
Excuse me?
You don't like Yes Man?
Oh, go
No.
fuck yourself.
All right.
Wait,
We're gonna
guys.
put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that.
Let
'cause
Mike watch it
there's-
one time, and he'll love it.
Yeah, that's right. After we talk.
I love this man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Let's put a pin in that. For real.
That's my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
Mike, I'll come over tomorrow and we'll watch Yes Man, and then you'll change your mind.
Doug's like, let's move on.
No, I want to finish the '90s era Jim Carrey movies
Okay.
Yes.
before we move to the
That is what we need to
2000s.
put the
I think-
most time into.
Yeah,
and not
probably.
just that, but I
I
think it's
agree.
like a totally
Different eras of
version.
Jim Carey.
Yeah.
There are.
The next big one that goes hand in hand with Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura in my mind has always been The Mask. It's like that
Yeah.
number
Ooh,
three
yes.
Trinity,
Yes.
the starter Trinity.
If my memory serves correctly, I believe The Mask is my first experience with Jim Carrey. I think
Mine
that's the
too.
first movie I saw.
It's also another '94 monster. So
It's such an
Yeah.
amazing movie.
That's really
Yeah.
hard. That's really hard because Adrian, I think we saw The Mask and Dumb and Dumber right around the same time. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one was first, but I mean, The Mask is probably in contention for
Bro,
that.
I was watching other movies without you when I was 4.
No, you weren't.
the one
I had
thing
other
gotta-
4-year-old friends, okay?
One thing I gotta mention was
We'd go light a joint and we'd watch Ace Ventura.
Fuck yeah, bro.
we know how 1994 to like 2000 was like a fucking just stellar time for him.
Yeah.
Keep in mind from 90 to 94, that whole time, that other 4 years was the whole time he was doing In Living Color.
Which
Yeah.
oh my god, Fire Marshal Bill.
He was still on In Living Color when the year that The Mask and Dumb and Dumber came out. So he
And
had
Ace Ventura.
he had a full decade that he just knocked out.
Well, yeah, Ace Ventura was the first one, and like literally people on In Living Color were making fun of him. They're like, why would you leave the show to go do that flop of a movie? And then it became Ace
And
Ventura.
then The Mask, then Dumb and Dumber came out.
Yes. And also, Doug, I do want to say, if it wasn't for accepting his role on Earth Girls Are Easy, he would have never met Damon Wayans.
No. Trust me, I respect what the movie did,
I respect it.
but it's a hot pile of shit.
I think I've seen it once in my life, and I don't remember anything about it. So
I love The Mask for so many reasons.
Before you get into them, one question: between Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, and The Mask, which one is your favorite?
Oof.
Still Dumb and Dumber.
well, yeah, obviously you know my answer with my ranking.
I'm gonna have to go with The Mask.
See, I gotta go with Mike on The Mask here as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. The Mask was.
No, Corey, you do
Half and
disagree with that.
I don't.
You said Dumb and Dumber.
No, I
So
don't
you in
disagree.
fact disagree with
I don't disagree with that being in their top 5.
Oh, see, Corey, a disagreement means that.
Adrian, you're such a Mac.
Yeah. I gave him an ocular pat down.
Oh my god!
Okay, so wait,
I
Mike.
assessed the situation. I gave him an ocular pat down. He's clear.
Mike, go ahead and splurge on The Mask since I got like 2 minutes to talk about Dumb and Dumber.
I just, the very first thing I'm going to mention, I've been, and Corey knows this more than anybody, Richard Jeni is one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Great comedian.
And he's in this movie. It's one of like the very few movie roles he's ever done.
Yeah.
And
It's the only good one.
Wait, was he?
I forgot
was
how
Richard-
stupid he was in it.
Was Richard Jeni in Face Off?
No.
Was he?
Wow. Wow.
Was
He
in
shot
the-
him. He shot himself in the face.
he would.
Oh.
He killed
didn't
himself.
He didn't commit suicide correctly.
Oh, no,
He
wait,
would
Richard
shoot
J-
himself,
Yeah.
and he
It, like,
changed
fucked
his
up his
mind at
face.
last second and just blew off half his face.
No, Richard
Yeah.
Jeni was in Nirvana. That's right.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
just trying out for Kurt Cobain.
All right, sorry, Mike. Go back to more appropriate things. The Mask, Richard Jeni.
What? Suicide's funny.
That's funny.
Big Steam and Pile of Me is one of the best stand-up routines still to this day.
I'm getting dirty looks.
Mike looked up as soon as he said suicide's funny. She's like, what the fuck?
It totally can be.
Yeah, Big Steaming Pile of Me is still to this day one of my favorite comedy specials. Like just about every joke he nailed,
Yeah,
and
from start to end, that
dude,
special's great.
his
When-
stand-up comedy is just really good.
When I was a kid, I liked The Mask more than Ace Ventura Dumb and Dumber because it's like a fucking live action cartoon.
It's definitely more of a juvenile
absolutely.
movie,
Like
but
the ridiculousness that
Well,
The
Dumb and Dumber is
Mask
very
does.
juvenile as well.
but it's juvenile in a different way. It's very cartoony.
yeah, it's
very
literally.
animated. Yeah.
But I love that, and I dude, that when that detective shows up to his door and he's making fun of his pajamas,
Yeah. Oh my god, when he
and then I didn't even like your very first time watching it, you're like, oh, that's stupid. Why is he making fun of his pajamas? But it actually served as a purpose because that's
Yeah.
how he kind of
yes.
figures
I love
out that's
I love when they're at the park and he's pulling everything out of his pockets. A picture of my wife.
Adrian, I'm going to ask you this now. I'm going to ask you, do you remember the most rewound part for you and me on The Mask? It's a stupid, subtle little thing.
Is
but
it
we
doing Cameron
rewound it.
Diaz?
Nope, we rewound it more than any other scene in that movie. Do you remember it?
Dead air.
No? Okay, I'll just answer it.
Is it the one-armed man?
No, when when Milo drops the cheese and you just hear it slap on the ground.
Yeah, just-
For some reason, that fucking noise got me and Adrian. We used to rewind
Yeah,
it
it did.
over and over again. Him dropping the cheese and it splatting against the ground. I don't
No,
know
not the-
why.
Yep.
That whole amazing movie, and me and Adrian just wanted to hear the cheese at the ground.
Oh my god!
Or like that is what cheese sounds like when it hits the ground.
It's so
you
real.
Could tell it was real.
Yeah.
This is real cheese. This movie went for realism.
So that's what Swiss cheese sounds like.
And when Milo put the mask on, like it shouldn't have worked. I'm like, it should have been like, all right, this is a little bit too much. I fucking
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Now, certain movies when they go over the top, it doesn't work. But this is one
Like-
of the one.
like
this
over the
is the
top
kind
with
of movie.
Sylvester Stallone.
This is the kind of movie
said,
that
"Hey,
you're
now."
allowed. This is the kind of movie that you're allowed to go over the top with, and it fucking works.
Yeah, that was the point. Doug is now challenging me to an arm wrestle.
Dylan, you son of a bitch!
Mike, I would like to point out that you forgot to mention at the beginning of this episode that we're actually going to do a Jim Carrey episode this time. You've been making this joke for weeks now. Let's just stop this and do a Jim Carrey episode. This time we actually are.
Guys, you just want to stop this and do like a regular episode?
Yeah.
do a regular
Let's switch to Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Perfect segue into another great Jim Carrey movie.
Hey,
Liar, Liar.
Uh,
No, but actually, I want to talk a little bit more about the
of
mask.
course.
Because Court, you said the thing about the juvenile thing and why you think you resonate more with it as a kid. but now that you're an adult, it's more Dumb and Dumber. That was
Yeah.
you, Adrian? Or
That was
Corey?
me.
Okay.
Adrian
That
switched it
Okay. See,
because he's a
think-
flip flopping
I-
asshole.
Yeah, I think
I like The Mask more when I was 7.
Wow.
See, I think I-
Oh, I'm Adrian. I'm all
Now.
grown up and adult now.
Oh,
I think I like the Mask more.
Dumb and
now
Dumber is so
because
complex.
it's, like a more juvenile and like, and it's Jim Carrey at his like, I think his happiest.
Liar, Liar is my number one movie.
Oh really?
Yep.
God damn it, Corey. Doug was in the middle of talking about The Mask.
Yeah,
It,
fuck.
it
Will
is
you
now.
hold on?
And shut up. It is now and has always
Corey
been
said shut up.
my number one favorite Jim Carrey movie.
What is it with these jarring? Adrian, what's your favorite movie? Doug's like, here's what I love about The Mask. Corey's like, Liar, Liar's number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Liar's Corey's number one. Thank you for your input. But anyway,
Thanks, Corey.
He
But
said
anyway,
liar, liar.
back to what Doug was saying.
Back to
You
what I was
can't say
saying.
liar,
I
liar,
think-
and then switch back. Fuck
I think
off.
why I'm opposite with you.
Liar!
I
could've
prefer
got
The
him 10.
Mask more now as an adult than I did when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
As a kid.
The Mask?
'Cause-
That's
yeah,
because
I
you
like
get
it even
you
more.
get a lot of the sexual innuendos he's making now.
Yeah, there are
When
some
you're a
adult
kid, you
jokes
just think
in
it's
there.
funny, but now you're like, oh,
Corey, we
Oh,
used
it's just
Corey,
endless.
we used to watch The Mask at Eric's house.
oh yeah.
Like, did Missy and Rob not know what, like some of those jokes they were making? Like,
Obviously not.
The adults always knew, but you didn't, so who cares?
If
Right.
it weren't for The Mask, Cameron Diaz would have never become an actress. Because
Right.
because she was just a dancer, and the guy,
Yeah.
I don't know who it was that was like, hey, you should be in this movie, or did she try out for it? I'm foggy on
It's,
that.
first
I
of
just
all,
know-
it's not called tryouts; it's called auditions.
tryouts.
Ooh, I'm cool.
Of course. Did she go to the actor tryouts? Come on, Mike, get your head out of your ass.
Get your head out of your ass.
Don't say that.
Well, did they ever train in the arts of Russian Skolovsky's fucking teaching? I have no idea what I said. Russian Skolovsky.
Now, old Russian Skolovskis.
You know, everybody always has that fucking.
We almost said Roman Polanski, and let's stay away from that, gentlemen.
Oh,
You know how actors and actresses are always like crediting some like Russian clown or something. It's like, what the fuck are you talking?
oh yeah, like the
Yeah.
like the Meisner technique and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's like what?
Okay. So she auditioned for the part for like just a 2-line part, and she left
Yeah.
such an impression on the directors that they made like her have this main role.
Giggity?
I mean, it makes sense because Cameron Diaz really is a great fucking actress.
And that was her
She-
first role ever.
She pours herself into every role, no matter how stupid the movie is. She's great in it.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
Yeah,
No doubt about that.
she was one of my crushes when I was a kid, for sure.
Unlike Richard Jenny.
Wow.
Great comedian, not a good actor.
Well,
he
Mike,
couldn't
Mike,
commit
he's
to the
he's
role.
yeah,
That's
Mike,
why
he-
he lived.
he's dead. So
He's not much of a survivor either.
they just brought him
Yeah.
back for The Walking Dead.
Wait, he
Oh,
couldn't even
God.
he couldn't even commit to the bit.
Yeah.
He couldn't even commit to the bit.
Full disclaimer, guys. Suicide is not this funny, but I don't know why we're laughing.
Listen,
Jim
Well,
Carrey
Mike-
would be
Mike
disappointed in us.
Mike had to say that because his girlfriend is watching.
Yeah,
Is Mike,
She's
is
not
Mike
anymore.
not aware that if I start dying on camera, you have to fully monetize it?
Oh no,
We will.
I'm all over that.
We will,
Okay.
God damn it.
but we will have to change the tagline to the podcast.
No.
Wait.
3 aging millennials and 1 that will not age anymore.
You can just leave my you can just leave my last words in the
We could just call it Weekend at Doug's.
I'll have Weekend at Doug's. I'll have Doug's corpse sent down to me, and he'll be beside me. I'll have strings like, "Oh, I'm Doug. I hate the Last Jedi."
I'd be okay.
Oh
with that.
fuck, Doug! Please put it in your will now to have your body sent to me, so I don't do that to you.
Rick and Morty's overrated. No, I've never
Oh.
watched it. I don't know.
Oh
All right.
god, I
I'm
hate
gonna
everything
send
going
it to
on.
I'm gonna send it to science because I can't trust any of y'all.
All right.
No, that's true. I will
This-
definitely stick a pencil in your ass.
Hey, Jim Carrey loves Scientology.
What? Oh,
I did not say that.
And by a pencil, Corey means his dick.
That's what I call it.
Same size.
Pencil, needle.
That's what I call it.
Needle dick. Wait, we're not talking about Adam Sandler movies.
What?
Same size. Yeah, maybe one of those
All
novelty
right, Corey.
pencils.
All right, Corey.
Hey, do you guys just want to stop in the middle of this and do an Adam
What's your-
Sandler episode?
No, because Adam Sandler blows dick.
Let's talk about Herbie Halloween or whatever it was called.
Fantastic.
Corey, what's your favorite Jim Carrey?
I already said it. Liar, liar.
No, I'm editing. So whoever's doing this, edit that out and put it here.
Fuck.
So, hey, Corey, what's your favorite?
No, Corey, that's
Jim
my name.
Carrey
Fuck.
movie?
Oh yeah, Adrian. Wait till you hear the one spot when me and Mike were doing your list. You just went hello, fuck, because you couldn't correct us from what the shit we were saying.
Oh
It's
my
so,
god.
it's so funny. My favorite Doug is Liar Liar, number one. Always has been.
Why?
Why?
Doug said it in such a
Why not?
Why would that be your favorite?
Okay, I love Liar Liar, but it's never been this high up for me.
The magic spell on Jim Carrey just let him be so Jim Carrey because he was trying so hard to lie and he had to do all these faces and noises to try and get the lie out. He was just so fucking Jim Carrey in a very serious, what should have been a serious court case movie.
Yeah.
He was very Jim Carrey.
Oh, he was fucking Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
come
was-
on.
He was fucking him hard. And
No,
He was also Fire Marshal Bill in that.
he was.
he was. One of my favorite lines from any Jim Carrey movie, it fucking always sticks with me in Liar Liar, is objection, Your Honor. And why is that? Because it's devastating to my case. Overruled. Good call.
Devastating.
It's
Yeah,
devastating to my case.
There's so many good lines, good scenes for the movie. The scene with the pen is amazing.
Color of this pen is blue.
The pen is blue. The pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue. Royal blue.
And you said corporate would not allow it.
Okay, I want to point out one continuity error in that movie that gets me every single time, and it kind of makes me mad.
There is nothing wrong with that movie, but I know what you're going to say.
When she tells the story where he's on his knees about her friend suing the guy trying to rob her house,
and he
and
fell
he
through.
says, I'd have got her 10. The lady gets mad, turns around to leave. He stands up and says, I didn't understand the question.
Yeah,
He understood the question, which means he just lied.
he did lie right there. He said,
And
wait, I didn't understand the
Wait,
question.
I didn't understand the question. Ask it again. He did
Yeah.
understand the question because he answered it. So
That's a
he
lie.
lied. And
Well,
it
that's just-
pisses me off every time that they didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Corey, being
But I'm a cinephile. I look for that kind of shit.
Liar,
I
liar
look for
sucks,
mistakes.
confirmed. That's what he's talking about.
yeah, exactly.
Liar, liar, worst movie ever. My number one.
Corey found one problem with it. It sucks. Wait,
Corey's
Corey's not me.
Corey, go
No.
go back and watch it, and I'm sure you'll like it. Oh wait, Corey's not me.
I've also watched Liar, Liar about 1,000 times. So
Oh yeah.
you stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
This is we briefly mentioned this, but I think this is like probably one of his most underrated films ever, and probably always will be. You know, Jim Carrey's first horror film, The Cable Guy.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to say. When
Wait,
you
hold
mentioned
on,
Cable Guy
fuckers.
earlier- What?
Wait, speaking of moving on, I wanted to talk about Liar Liar because I love that
Oh,
movie
okay.
too. So I actually have Liar
So
Liar
talk
as
about it.
I actually
Yeah,
have
shut
Liar
up.
Liar as my number 3. So it's very high on my list as
Oh,
well.
It's in
Yeah,
my
I didn't
top
realize
5.
that. Okay.
It's a top 5 for you?
It's a top 5 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean that movie always stuck with me. I think this is the best blend of Jim Carrey's comedy, but like with a heartfelt message.
Exactly what I mean. Yeah. It's a very serious message to the movie, but he got to be so Jim Carrey in it. It's not juvenile idiocracy.
Is that his first rom com?
The Mask was his first rom com.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. The mask is so crazy. I forget that it's a rom com.
Anyway, Liar, Liar.
A great blend of his comedy, like on the one end, and all the shit in the courtroom, he gets to be fucking unhinged Jim Carrey.
Yes.
And then the other side with his ex-wife and his kid, very heartfelt. The movie fucking had no right to make me as emotional as it did at the end, like when he's on the stretcher talking to Max.
I still quote something he says there on that part. You're all doing a wonderful job. When he's laying there on the stretcher. I still say that to people all the time.
Right. Yeah, I was
What
just
are you
laughing.
doing? I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
Yeah, I was just laughing my ass off that entire movie. At the end, I'm like, why the fuck am I crying right now? Isn't this
know.
a Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah. It showed that he had the chops, man.
Yeah, he has range. Jim Carrey has range. He can shoot from 3.
And Carrie Elwes played like a great fucking like nerdy
Oh, he
little
did.
stepdad. It was perfect.
It's the
It's the claw. It's coming to get you. She's like, Jerry, you don't have to do that.
You're scared of the claw.
The claw.
So Corey, as a busy father, does Liar Liar resonate with you more now as an adult? Like,
Yeah,
You
because I wish my kids would just go away. So
oh, so you wanted your kids to move to Boston?
exactly, they can move with Jerry. I don't care.
Bon voyage.
Corey's chasing the plane, like, go.
Say hi to Marky Mark for me.
Dad, are you trying to stop us? No, I'm making sure it takes off.
As the plane takes off, you're all doing a wonderful job.
No, it doesn't really resonate with me because I don't really lie to my kids. I tell them the truth, whether they like it or not.
Not
Yeah,
the lying
he
part.
tells them it's not their turn to eat. It's not until tomorrow.
Every other day with them, it's food.
It's-
It's ridiculous.
I told you can have whatever's left. Family Guy. No,
when I'm full, you eat.
not that you lie to your kids, just like how he's always busy, and like he always wants to be with us. Like it feels like
Yeah.
he wants to be a good dad.
That
It's
part
just-
of it is accurate. I feel like I'm always at work and I'm not seeing everything I want to see with them. Yeah, that part
Right.
of it's real.
I wondered as a father if it resonates.
There are nights where, specifically my son, he loves video games. He likes playing them with me. And there are nights I get home from work and he asks me to play a game with him, and I'm just too fucking tired. And then I'm sitting there in my bed and I'm like, God, I should have just played 10 minutes of the game with him.
Right.
So yeah, the part of that movie does resonate with me, but for the most part, I'm not nearly as busy as a lawyer, so I do have time with my kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, just because you don't work in a fancy law firm doesn't make your job any less important.
I work
You
in a
don't need
fancy
Coca-Cola
restaurant.
desk just to be famous, okay?
Yeah, and for people that like to get a background on us that don't know, Corey works at a 5-star restaurant, so
5
Totally.
stars.
5 Michelin stars.
Michelin.
They have
Five
5
Michelin stars.
They have 5 Michelin stars.
Where's the frosty, you donkey?
Gordon Ramsay has visited many times.
And then I had to go to work.
He visited my TV set, and then I had to go to work.
All right. Anything else about Liar Liar?
Oh, so much, but we can move on.
It's brilliant. There is one thing I'd like to say about Liar Liar. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
All right. Then, as I was saying, Jim Carrey is probably, in my opinion, one of his most critically underrated films. One of his best. It's in my top 5. The first Jim Carrey horror movie, as far as I'm concerned, The Cable Guy.
It's so
Yeah.
different.
It's also in my top 5.
And the
So
first time I didn't
different.
hate Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. Well, I liked Ferris Bueller, so.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
it's a great movie.
No, it's shit.
Oh yeah,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a shit tier.
Doug and I are
God
the
damn
same.
it.
it is the shit. You're right.
We're
Well,
in the same
God,
camp there.
yeah, but to our listeners, if Mike watched it one more time, he'd love it.
No, I fucking,
This is going to be the new Mike. I hope you're prepared. This is the new thing.
that movie's so
What's the
fucking
new thing?
boring to me.
Mike's a flip flopper.
Because I watched
Is
The
that
Last
new?
Jedi last night, and I actually enjoyed it.
As you should.
And if you go
Moving
back and
on.
listen to our Star Wars episode on the sequels, you'll see why that's so important to
Yeah.
us.
Get rid of everything that Mike said. I
no.
stand true to everything I said.
All right, we're all good.
I still agree with most of that. I enjoyed it more because I don't know, I wasn't.
All right, let's
You
get
don't
back
gotta
on Jim
defend it.
Carrey.
You don't got to defend it. You're fine.
No,
Back
the
to-
cable
Mike,
guy is
Mike, just tell Adrian, say, fuck you, I enjoyed it. Now get back to Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
the cable guy is awesome. Just
It is.
awesome. Yeah, definitely like dark comedy. Directed by
Cable
Ben
guy.
Stiller.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Ben
Dude,
Stiller is showing some.
96 was a wild year.
Yeah,
It was one of Jack Black's first movies. He didn't want to be a comedian. Jack Black wanted to be a serious trained actor, but he was always looked like the funny fat friend.
Yeah.
And when he went for auditions, they said, "Are you sure you don't want to be like the comic relief?" And he eventually just gave into it. Became
Yeah,
a
and that's when
comedian.
and then Shallow Hal came out in his
Yep.
career.
Hey,
I forgot Leslie Mann is in this movie.
She's the girlfriend. Yeah, she's Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, right?
The cable guy has so much good.
The password is nipple.
Oh fuck, Andy Dick and David Cross too.
Hey,
Owen
Yeah.
Wilson.
save me.
Andy Dick's the guy at like Medieval Times.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, fucking Yeah, I love the Cable Guy, man. It's
I fucking love that. Still to this day, I'll watch that scene just on YouTube sometimes.
don't.
He finds out that the chick he hooked up with that
Yeah.
was a prostitute. And everything.
He's like, don't worry, I got it this time. You pay next time. Pay for what? She was a hooker.
Yeah, one of my favorite Jim Carrey lines is, I just love the whole basketball scene in general.
Yeah.
When he's just walking up with the ball, like, oh, we're playing prison rules, huh?
Holy shit! This movie was actually stacked. It had Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
Bob Cross,
Yes.
Andy Dick, Eric
Mike
Roberts.
just said all these actors.
I did.
Yeah. And if you want to hear that again, go back 30 seconds ago.
I totally zoned out because I was.
Oh my
reading
God,
about
Doug!
the movie.
Doug, you pulled a me. Welcome to the
Yeah.
conversation 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
I did fuck
and
up.
I do want to point out that I think his Matthew Broderick's dream sequence where the Cable Guy comes back all fucking
Oh,
crazy
God.
is a great audition for Carnage. He should have been Carnage in the 2000s
Oh, yeah,
like, Jim Carrey would have been
any of those
perfect.
crazy-
Yeah.
as Cletus
any of those
Cassidy.
crazy characters.
The thing I was going to say about Cable Guy, one, I said it earlier, how it's just completely different than anything he had done beforehand. Like,
Yeah.
as far as like Doug says, it's pretty much a horror movie. And secondly, like they went out of their way to even make him look a little different. Like they made him look like
Yep,
a douchebag.
He all he did was cock his jaw to the side and
He cocked
gel his
jaw,
hair up.
Yeah.
and they
That was
and
it.
they made him look a little paler and see.
Yep.
He looked like a
Makeup.
total douchebag.
Other than Ace Ventura being kind of a character, this was his first like not Jim Carrey, a different character.
Yeah.
What year did Little Nicky come out? Does anyone know?
Oh, God.
2000,
Like
2001.
Like 2000, 2001, yeah, I think.
If I'm not wrong, isn't there a scene in the Cable Guy where he fixes his lisp thing real quick and then fucks it up again right away? And then they
Yeah, at the end of the movie, he like falls
Yeah.
and it fixes it.
And then
Yes.
in Little Nicky, they steal that same joke.
Little
with the
Nicky came out in
shovel.
2000. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So Adam Sandler ripping off Jim Carrey.
Fucking Adam Sandler. God damn it.
Well, I
There.
mean,
Or-
you know,
Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
let's not
I
rip on my
just-
spoiler alert #1 Adam Sandler movie.
Nice. When you're talking about late 90s, early 2000s, those are the two names you have to mention in comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
like-
much.
I mean, there's other guys, Mike Myers, he was doing a lot at that time. But Adam Sandler and Jim
Make you
Carrey.
Randy.
Do I make you horny, baby? No, but yeah, the Cable Guy was really not well received.
It
No,
only has a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, fans
It's-
hated it.
it's more of a
Yeah.
cult classic now than it was when it came out.
That's what I was gonna
meant
say.
by, I think it's critically.
I've
related.
always loved it.
Unfortunately for me and Adrian, because we hate the man, our dad loved that movie, so he bought it when it came out, and we watched it a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why Adrian and I fell in love with it.
I mean, it's a great movie.
It is.
Something about like the de-evolution or like the downfall of Jim Carrey in that movie, where at the beginning it's like there's something off about this guy, but maybe he's just socially awkward, like he hasn't had many friends.
Yeah. And when you actually figure out his whole backstory by the end,
Yes.
you almost sympathize with him.
You do.
Yeah,
That he, like-
was a crazy manipulative fuck.
Yeah.
He was.
It's been a really long time since I've seen the movie. Doesn't it end with them like on that like tower or
The
whatever?
satellite
It
dish.
ends
like
Yeah.
that.
on the satellite dish. He gets picked up by the rescue helicopter. And
Yeah.
they're carrying him off. He's like, "Thank you, you saved me. Do you have free? Would you like? How's your cable?" So, like,
The paramedic in the helicopter says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you, friend." And he goes, "Did you call me your friend?" He goes, "Sure, you're my friend." He goes, and he just kind of looks at the camera.
that's his next victim.
Like it's gonna start all over again.
Exactly. I was always expecting a sequel to that movie someday.
I was too.
And the movie like had a message about, most notably about Chip, like how his parents never raised him. They just put him in front of a TV. Like
he was raised by the television.
he was raised by television, right? So like he had this fantasy land in his head and never any
Learn
human
the facts of
interaction.
life. Watching
From
the facts of life.
He's like, we're just playing though, right? I hear the theme of Star Trek 4 in my head.
Oh yeah, the medieval times.
Oh yeah, that fucking medieval times is
Oh,
one of the greatest
and the
scenes.
basketball.
Billy.
Oh, dude, when they play basketball,
Yeah.
he comes in with 2 balls in hand. He's like,
I gotta stretch out. He's doing his fucking suicides.
"Oh,
Not that suicide.
Yeah,
Mike's like,
what is happening right now?
that's the suicide yet to come. Anyway,
happening?
I'm kidding.
So we all like the Cable Guy.
Yes, I love that
It's in
movie.
my top 5.
Yeah, top 5 as
Wow.
well.
Okay. That surprises me. I thought
So,
there'd be at least one of us that were
are you
like,
good if I
"Eh."
move on to the next thing I want to ask about?
The Truman Show?
It is going to be the Truman Show, and I believe the most pivotal movie in his career that changed like the direction.
I think it was the first time we saw Jim Carrey be something different and legitimately act. Before
Yeah.
he was just kind of a goofball and everything, or a character. In this movie, he was just a guy who didn't know he was part of a reality show, and when he learned it, he got devastated, and he was a real actor in this movie.
Yeah, it's not just his role. The whole movie itself is just
Yeah.
one of my favorite. like,
Well, yeah,
movies.
in general,
Yeah.
the whole movie's great.
And it was way ahead of its time, like as far as like streaming your whole life. And
Was
Yeah.
it Ed Harris up in the?
Ed Harris.
Ed
Yeah,
Harris,
he was
okay, I thought
he
so.
was
Ed
the one that
Harris
ran
up
it.
in this bitch. Oh,
Ed
If I'm not
Harris was
mistaken,
God.
Ed Harris,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken, Ed Harris did all his lines in like 2 days, and that was it.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense. Ed Harris does not like being on
Yeah.
set. I think that might be the most aggressive thing anybody's ever said about Ed Harris, Mike.
Wait, what did Mike say?
He said, Ed Harris up in this bitch.
You should.
I don't think anybody's ever said that.
You should probably watch the newer seasons of Westworld and then tell me about aggressive Ed Harris.
Oh, really?
God,
That makes
what
me
a man.
intrigued.
My favorite.
dude.
I love Ed
He's-
Harris.
Ed Harris is one of those.
I do too.
Season 1 of that show had Ed Harris, and it had fucking the guy that plays Hannibal Lecter,
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, it had Anthony Hopkins and Ed Harris in season 1 of Westworld. Guys, I'm trying to tell you to watch the show.
Didn't you say Aaron Paul's in that show now?
Yeah. Aaron Paul has been in since season 3.
Fantastic.
My favorite Ed Harris movie is Enemy at the Gates. Very
I
slept on
love
movie.
that movie.
Very
Tessa
slept on.
Nelson, the chick that plays Valkyrie in Thor, is in the movie as well. Corey, if in the show as well.
There's what?
The girl who plays
chick that
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie in the Thor movies. She is in
Tessa
Westworld as
Thompson.
well. Yeah.
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 She's one of the main characters in the show since season 3 as well.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
I like her
she's,
a lot.
She's a psycho. Anyway,
Cool.
But the Truman Show is, I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks,
No,
Mike. That was that was riveting.
Truman Show is.
Yeah. I really
So
enjoyed it.
profound.
But with Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey was my favorite actor when I was younger. Before Ryan Reynolds came along.
Stole your heart.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, he was my favorite actor, so it was weird for me to see a movie where he wasn't really like his usual funny comedy self. So I think this is one of those movies where I had to watch it a couple times and really appreciate like the value of the movie. Because my first watch through, I was like, I didn't like that because I wanted funny Jim Carrey.
Who
Yeah.
did you eventually watch it with that made you like it?
No, I think the third. I watched it with my
Flip
brother.
flopper.
He's a buzzkill, so he wasn't the reason.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
And I know how you guys are saying, like he still had like those moments.
Oh,
of Jim
there were
Carrey
moments, yeah,
exaggeration.
but it wasn't like usual. It
Yeah.
was
That's
a very
true.
serious movie.
I guess if I had to break that movie down, the scene where he's in the bathroom standing in front of the mirror and like drawing in
Yeah.
his face, it's
yeah.
probably like the just most normal I've ever seen.
Which, by the way, I want to throw a real quick fun fact in here in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Corey's fun facts because fuck Adrian.
Jim Carrey, that's
Right.
Jim Carrey started making faces in the mirror at 8 years old, and that's when he realized he had a knack for impressions. That's why in so many Jim Carrey movies, there's a scene where he's looking in the mirror.
'Cause he's fucking.
He
Oh.
throws that into a lot of movies on purpose.
Like in
That's
Bruce Almighty
cool.
when he's doing the Walter Cronkite thing.
He does it in a lot of
Yeah.
movies. He does it in The Mask. He does it in, Bruce Almighty. He kind of does it in How the Grinch Stole Christmas when he's looking at himself, trying suits on,
Oh, yeah.
trying stuff on. Fun with Dick and Jane. I think he has a scene where he does it. Yes, man. He does it in a lot of
Indicted.
movies.
Indicted.
Adrian, you made a comment that I want to touch on a little more. You mentioned how you thought the show was this movie was ahead of its time because it was like people already like streaming their whole lives for the world to see.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like quite but like the world really hasn't come
98,
to that point.
yeah.
Here we are, what, 14 years later?
Fucking 98, we didn't even have Netflix sent to your house yet. Netflix didn't
Yeah,
exist.
no. I didn't even have internet in my house until
I did.
2003.
Oh, Mike, I had internet.
Oh, I'm Mike. I had internet and I love The Last Jedi.
Oh, Jesus Christ, come on.
Yeah, but no, the movie was definitely ahead of its time. I think Jim Carrey shows his best diversity here between his serious acting, his comedy.
Absolutely.
Just it kind of rounded him out more as an actor, this movie did. As much as The Cable Guy was a darker look at like how he can be that fucking creepy stalker type of person,
Mhm.
this movie rounds him out.
I loved Jim Carrey movies, but The Truman Show made him my favorite actor.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I love The Truman Show. That's my number 2. Spoiler.
Yeah, no, it was definitely The Mask, Ace Ventura, and all those that made him my favorite actor at first.
And in case anybody's wondering, we did not talk about Batman Forever. We have an entire episode about Batman movies pre the Batman.
Yeah, we're focusing more on highlight.
We'll just throw it in there. We all love him in Batman Forever.
Been there, done
God,
that.
he's a bat. Okay, we got it.
Yeah, we covered Batman Forever there. Doug pretty much did everything you need to know. And Tommy Lee Jones was a total asshole to Jim Carrey during that movie.
Fuck you, Tommy Lee Jones.
I think this is like officially the anti-Tommy Lee Jones podcast.
Except in Captain America: The First Avenger, which we
yeah,
talked
he's
about
great.
last
He's
week.
great in that.
And also, Men
Well,
in
he's
Black,
great.
let's be honest.
He's great in a lot of things, but
He's
Yeah,
a good
he is.
actor. He's just not good in that movie that we're
he was addicted
telling
to
him
Jim
to fuck off
Carrey.
for.
God, he's such a good actor, but fuck Tommy Lee Jones. So
Yeah, fucking. I honestly, I hate his whole personality about the way he is.
yeah, I think this was brought up a long time ago. Doug
Yeah.
said he didn't
Guys,
like his personality.
guys, I
Yeah.
think Tommy Lee Jones is just seriously misunderstood.
He's misunderstood.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a good guy.
Guys,
I think Jim Carrey was the one that was addicted to Tommy Lee
Mike, you
Jones. in
better,
Batman Forever.
Mike, you better make a list of everybody you've ever said that about, and then do a YouTube video where you're just defending all of those people.
I would defend all of their shitty actions.
Good luck with
That's
that.
happening.
So, would you guys consider Me, Myself, and Irene in the same category as everything pre-Truman Show, or is it more of like an early like Yes Man or?
Oh, dude, definitely not that.
Me, Myself, and Irene is the perfect middle between old Jim Carrey and new Jim Carrey. Hank was like new Jim Carrey, and Charlie was old Jim Carrey.
Oh, wait.
No, sorry, the other way around.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say.
then they realized they had to coexist.
Yes. Me, Myself, and Irene, to me, that's probably the most, like, maybe the most underrated Jim Carrey movie.
It's in my top 5.
It's grown on me more and more the older
Yeah.
I've gotten. It's just gotten better and better.
It's definitely, like, the most raunchy and mean-spirited of his movies.
Yeah.
But it's a Farley Brothers, just like Dumb and
Why am I
Dumber, this
pissing
one.
like I was up all night having sex.
Oh, it looks like old Hank pulled one. Like
Looks like old Hank pulled a fast one.
And this, that wasn't for me.
$10 is I can fit that chicken head up his ass.
Truth bomb time.
Hey, Captain, what the fuck is going on?
Mike can talk about how he hates this movie.
And fucking so take that Deuterama. Motherfucker, I said I speak it. I didn't say I read it all that well.
I'm not laughing at any of this because I've never seen this movie.
What?
Yep.
What?
Oh
You've
my
never
God.
seen Me, Myself.
No.
Meet
Okay.
Mike. He's
Here.
never seen Me, Myself, and Irene.
I'm gonna give you a little setup here, Mike.
Well, guys, we shouldn't have talked so positively because now when Mike watches it, he's clearly going to love it. Because he
That's
can't
true.
form his own
No,
opinions.
I don't want to ruin anything. Go watch that movie when you get a chance.
Dude, that
Yeah.
movie is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's really bad, Mike. It
And
sucks.
don't question why his 3 sons are twice his size and all black guys.
He said,
That,
Charlie,
that
no
definitely was
offense,
going to
but
happen.
Charlie, no offense, but they look
It's-
like they have that year-round tan.
Come on, Charlie. Their dicks are bigger than these sausages.
Hey, come
Those are
on,
my
man. Those are
kids
my
you're talking
kids. Can we watch Richard Pryor?
I love the way I fucking love the way that guy says. Do you ever notice your kids kind of have a year-round tan kind of situation?
God damn it! I just made that joke.
I know. You said it
Oh.
wrong though.
Wait, what I say?
Standing.
I don't know. I just
Oh.
want to say it again.
But
I just
anyway,
wanted to say it again. Can we stay
Yeah.
up late and watch Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor. Now, you know them lines be.
You know these motherfucking lions at this motherfucking zoo, and they're cracking up, and he doesn't get it. Women be shopping, boy. You can't stop a women from shopping.
Oh shit, Daddy! You can wipe your ass and blow your nose at the same damn time. Here we go.
Okay.
Who?
She's gonna be eating blubber just as soon as I free willy.
Who the hell are you?
The
It's me,
scene in that
Milky.
fucking small in that other town's sheriff department when he's like his mouth is.
Oh
all dry,
my
like,
God.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a drink of water.
Any side effects? Yeah, it gives me an insane amount of cotton mouth. I'm gonna
What's it
get a
for?
drink of water.
Induce involuntary psychosis with a narcissistic rage.
Involuntary narcissistic rage.
It's.
That movie is fucking.
I had a hard
Yeah,
time
it-
not putting that one in my number one spot.
Oh,
just
yeah.
so you,
God,
just so
that's
you
such
guys
a-
know.
Mike is like, fuck, I really skipped the wrong movie.
You
Dude.
did. It's so good.
This is the most we've laughed on.
You're right.
Yeah. Well,
It's
to
because
fur-
Mike's
to
not
further
involved.
Wow.
to further it, I haven't seen a Jim Carrey movie after Yes Man.
That was way before Yes Man.
Yeah, this was
This
2000.
is
I know.
2000.
But
I know,
Mike's
I'm just
saying
saying I haven't seen a Jim Carrey.
he hasn't seen
movie
anything
after
post
Yes Man.
2008.
But what I'm trying to say is,
Really?
there was an 8-year
Yep.
You liar.
period to watch movies.
No,
there.
I've never watched Sonic.
You never saw Kick Ass 2?
Nope.
Nope.
I only watched the first one.
Did you go on that Kick-Ass podcast?
No,
No.
that was Adrian and Corey.
Adrian
Oh.
went on that with me.
Hey, you're a liar. He was in an episode of The Office in 2011.
Shit, I did mention that. Adrian,
Have you ever
aside from
seen
that-
his version of Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
That's after that.
Is it?
Wait,
Yeah, it's
So-
2 years after that.
Oh,
Or
yeah, it is.
the
I
year
did
after
see
you
that.
saw
okay.
Dumb and Dumber 2.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you did.
No, I said I haven't seen it, so I heard.
Oh, my bad.
I
missed
asked
that.
about.
Okay.
We'll go
That's
back
why
to the
I asked
editing, and Mike will be like, "Yeah, that movie's funny."
Mike,
Oh.
but seriously, if there's one after that, I can 100%.
Well, I know I'll
Please-
like Sonic
please
if I ever
watch.
watch it.
No. This is better than any of them. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Check that one out.
I told him about it.
He
It's
did
got
tell me
him and
about that,
Steve
yeah.
Carell in it. Oh, fuck. You already told him.
Yeah, he was telling me about it, and then he compared it to The Prestige or something like that. I was
Well,
like,
they're
I was like,
basically
I've never seen that either.
they're basically David Blaine and
Yeah,
Chris
Chris
Angel.
Angel.
The
Oh, okay.
Prestige is one of the best thinker films of all time.
The Prestige is one of my favorite movies ever.
I wanted to
Best
tell
Hugh
you that.
Jackman. Best
I wanted
Hugh
to say that
Jackman
on
movie.
podcast. Mike has never seen the fucking Prestige.
That
It's
is
so fucking good.
It's
Cr-
like one of those
cr-
movies that unfortunately like loses a lot of value after the first
It-
one.
Yeah,
does.
probably. It's got Wolverine and Batman.
Doug,
It's
did you just say like
Jackman,
Memento?
Yeah, just like
That's it.
Memento.
That's
That
Actually,
was
example
it
I was
has
gonna use.
actually it has
Yeah.
Wolverine, Batman, and Black Widow.
Yeah. Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, that might be their best movie, is The Prestige right there. Both of them.
It's certainly the
it's
best
about
that they were in
magic, so-
together.
So it's I mean, it's about magic, so I'll probably like
Nothing.
It's
no.
not about-
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You know what?
Wait, what did you say? It's the best they were in together. Who were we
Yeah.
talking about? Bale
No,
and
I said-
Jackman.
I
Yeah.
said Bale and Jackman. Not
What
even
else were
just
they on?
together.
Nothing.
Everything.
Oh, Jesus!
That was the joke.
I'm like, is there a movie that you think's overrated or something?
That's why. That's why I
No.
was just I was letting it go. That was
All
a
right.
terrible joke.
was.
Mike,
Anyway.
Mike, watch The Prestige. And you know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
holy
Is,
fuck,
you know
watch
what's
The
crazy is that's like if you have to talk about Christopher Nolan movies, it's so good. But like, is it even top 3 Christopher Nolan movies?
For
I don't-
me, yes.
Okay, The
The
Prestige.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's probably his best.
Oh wow.
It's right under Dark Knight for me, but it is up there.
As much as I love comics and comic movies and stuff, I can't even like pretend I can.
Well, my
compare
top
those.
3 Christopher Nolans, for some reason I'm going to do this, is Dark Knight, The Prestige, and Inception.
It's not a bad list.
For me, The Prestige just blows everything else away that he's done.
Were you guys too young to worry about the idea of Jim Carrey being the Grinch?
No, I loved that he was the Grinch.
I have never seen his version of The Grinch.
Doug, you've never seen the movie?
What?
I've been waiting to drop that bomb this whole time.
Did we talk about that on our unreleased Christmas episode?
Maybe
We
did.
might have.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember though.
I don't remember that coming
I
out.
have never seen the live action Grinch.
The fuck?
I have only
The fuck?
the only version of the Grinch I have ever watched, and I've seen a million
the cartoon?
times, is the classic cartoon.
Yeah.
20-minute cartoon.
So I feel like if this would have been happening now, and we had no memory of the Jim
So
Carrey
this
Grinch
is happening
movie,
now.
I feel like we'd be all skeptical about him being the Grinch.
No, not at all.
You mean
I don't
like-
know. I feel like
Nah.
You mean like 2022 Jim Carrey?
no. Just
Or-
in general, because I don't think of the Grinch as a funny character if you watch the classic cartoon.
Well, that's true, right?
That's why I'm like just imagine. Like, I mean, I guess if you throw in some cable guy in there,
Hey,
he knows how to be a dick.
If the movies never came out, we might have said Mike Myers would have made a better Cat in the Hat than Jim Carrey would have made a Grinch.
Oh God.
We all know how wrong that is.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat's pretty fucking good if you get high and watch it.
Everything's good if you get high and watch it.
Oh yeah,
Even the back of a $20 bill.
on weed.
I think Jim Carrey's The Grinch is amazing. It's easily a classic that you go back and watch every Christmas.
I thought you said Jim Carrey in The Grudge is amazing.
Yes. He's that little. He's the little kid.
I think he's a pedantic,
Pontificating bastard.
a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung.
Yep.
Metaphorically
Figuratively speaking.
But we don't really have to. Obviously, we don't have to go super in depth about The Grinch. Doug's never seen it.
Yeah, I have nothing to add here. So
Yeah, but I think he knows
whatever
the
you
story.
wanna tell me about. Oh yeah. What? Green dude is ostracized by a bunch of horrible fucking
Till he steals Christmas and then he
bastards.
grows a heart and gives it back.
Steals Christmas.
There you go.
Bullshit. The Grinch was the hero.
The girl that plays Cindy Lou Who is the lead singer of The Pretty Reckless.
Yes, hell yeah,
she's
is.
like she's a hell of a rocker now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these things or what these people are or this band.
It's a female-led rock group.
I think Corey and I have famously said that's now not recorded because it was the Christmas episode, but I think we both said we prefer Jim Carrey's over the original animated.
I do.
I watch them both. I like them both for their own reasons.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
If the 20-minute one comes on TV, I'll watch it and feel like I'm a kid again. But if I have to choose one,
Yeah, entertainment value, the Jim Carrey one, hands down, is better.
And I've never seen the Benedict Cumberbatch one.
That's
I saw
good.
it was okay.
It's half
pretty good.
animated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all
No,
animated.
it's all
It's
animated.
all
It
animated.
has like that new
Yeah.
sequence.
But it's I liked it.
Yeah,
I'm not a
I
fan
liked
of
it.
that animation style. I just
Well, no, I'm not
it
either.
just doesn't mesh.
That might have been part of why I didn't care for it.
When you have children, you kind of watch these things
Yeah.
because of the children.
Yeah, you sure
Yeah.
do.
See, like me and these things, they just don't mesh.
Bert, somebody at work is trying so hard to get me to watch Coco because we're talking about music, and
It
I'm
is
like,
good.
I'm sure it's good, but I'm probably just never going to watch it.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see it.
I would prefer or recommend you watch Encanto before.
Yeah,
Coco.
that one's better.
No, I'm sure it's good. I just
It's very
animated
good.
movies just don't do it for me for some reason.
Adrian's not going to see these, but Encanto is better if you ever want to watch one.
Okay,
Corey,
yeah.
we'll have to do like a weird Disney
Yeah,
musical,
no, fuck yeah, man.
new Disney musical episode because
Like
these
new
these
Disney
two,
animation.
Yeah, because these two
musicals.
probably have never seen half of them.
Probably not.
I mean, there's just no point for me to.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's
Like,
I'm sure there's a
yeah.
niche for it.
I've watched most of those movies without my kids, so
Me too.
We'll take 2 adult tickets to Power Rangers.
I did that.
That's still me and
oh,
Corey's
you were,
story.
You were with
I would
me.
do that. See, no, I would do that before I go see a fucking
we-
Disney.
And let
We
us get the
straight-
Biggie Boy popcorn.
We straight up said that shit at the counter too. 2 adult popcorn, 2 adult tickets to Pokemon, to Power Rangers, and a Biggie popcorn.
We are running low on time, so probably get back to the topic at hand.
Before we move on,
Are we talking about Power
to-
Rangers?
No. Before we move on to my favorite Jim Carrey movie, is there anything you guys wanted to say about The Grinch?
Nope, we're done.
Oh, you're just skipping all the other Jim Carrey?
No, Grinch is a holiday staple.
No, I was kidding.
Oh,
Grinch is one of his 2 holiday staples that I watch every year.
It's a movie that I'm really surprised Doug hasn't watched.
We also
He'll-
watch A
he'll-
Christmas
he'll
Carol
watch
every
it
year because
someday.
that's Katie's favorite movie.
Yeah.
The Christmas Carol is really good. It's
As
very
long as you're not
It
watching
is.
A Christmas Story.
No, I hate that fucking movie.
A Christmas Story
I
is
hate
the
A Christmas
greatest
Story.
fucking American film.
Oh my god! You ready for this? The same reason I don't like Ferris Bueller is probably the same reason I don't like Christmas Story. I watched it when I was an adult and I thought it was stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it as a kid and I
See-
hate it still.
See, I watched Ferris Bueller when I was a kid and hated it. Watched it as a teenager, kid hated it. Watched it as an adult, hated it. It was on 40 times a day on Comedy Central.
Oh, you mean like A
and then-
Christmas Story?
And then Christmas Story, every year, it's on for 24 hours straight.
Yes, it
in my house.
is.
It's fucking
What?
terrible.
I turn it on and run it for 24 hours straight.
Oh.
I am.
I wish
I
the
even
kid
have
would have shot
I
his
have
eye
a
out.
Blu-ray copy backed up on my computer.
That's,
All
as,
right,
bad,
All the
that's as
time.
bad as watching Jaws for 24 hours.
All right, but fuck A Christmas Story because Mike wants to talk about a movie. I want to talk about 2 movies. So,
So
go ahead, Mike.
I think one of his greatest movies is actually from the early 2000s, and that's Bruce Almighty.
Absolutely, it is.
That is my favorite Jim Carrey movie. I don't know why.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still gets he still has the crazy like funny Jim Carrey aspect, but it's kind of like Liar Liar. You know, it's got the heartfelt.
For sure.
It's got a lot more serious acting in it. Jennifer Aniston's amazing in the movie. That's the movie that Doug forgot that they did it together, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if those two did a movie.
I know.
We're like, they did.
I thought they had really good chemistry in the movie.
This has been the breast breakfast. I'm gonna go.
Thank you. And of course, the fucking battles between him and Evan.
Yeah.
Do you like jazz, Evan? I can hold that note all day.
And not to mention how amazing Morgan Freeman is as God.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Morgan
He's just as
Freeman's-
good. He's just as good in Evan Almighty too.
Which Evan Almighty is a terrible fucking movie, I think,
No,
but
I disagree.
Never watched it.
I mean, Morgan Freeman is excellent as God in that too. Like it's got moments, but I just overall I can't stand that movie.
I swear to Morgan Freeman, Bruce Almighty's really good.
Steve Carell just
What's
doesn't sell shit for me.
I love Steve Carell.
You didn't even like him. You didn't even like him in Bruce Almighty.
No, I like him, but he's not a fucking main character.
He's not like
Evan
a headliner
person.
for you.
Yeah,
Evan Baxter was not meant to be a main character.
Evan
so-
Baxter,
Okay,
Baxter
okay.
rather.
First of all, I like this movie, so you're all wrong. Shut up.
Anyway, this ain't the
No, this is the Steve Carell spotlight.
That one will
We did-
probably be without Doug.
We already did that when we did The
Nah,
Office.
because I can talk about heavyweights at the very least.
Yeah. No, Bruce Almighty's fucking great.
There's just
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I said what I wanted to say about it.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's a nice blend of like Jim Carrey's not too over the top, but he does have moments where he's over the top.
Yeah,
Hey.
like that scene. That scene. He's like, all this horsepower, no room to gallop.
Hi, Jose Lai. Away.
like what he gets hit by a truck and dies, and then comes back as God. Right?
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
And he got to reunite with his little monkey in that movie.
He did.
Same kind of monkey he is with in Ace Ventura.
That'll be the same day a monkey comes out of my butt. That day is today.
Do you think it's the same monkey that? Do you
Run,
think it's
little butt monkey.
Are you gonna make
It's
the
not-
joke that
it's
Corey
not
just
the
said?
same monkey.
Oh no, I was gonna say, do you think it's Ross's monkey?
Oh, Ross's monkey, Marcel.
That's the name I was looking
I have
for.
some bad news for you. Mike.
I know monkeys don't live very long.
Well, no, some of them live just as long as us. Actually,
Did you guys
But,
know Marcel was a female?
I didn't. Anyway,
That wasn't a monkey sound. That was just me.
that little monkey probably got eaten. When it got back to the jungle.
Yeah, probably.
They usually use female monkeys because they don't masturbate and throw their shit.
Aggressively, like
Where's
fake-
They're not
That's half
as
the fun.
aggressive.
Unlike real females.
Yeah, because in a family movie like Bruce Almighty, they wanted a
You've
monkey
been to Venango
masturbating.
County, Adrian.
Unlike real females.
Hey.
Female monkeys don't masturbate and then throw their feet.
That just reminds me of the one-armed monkey at the Pittsburgh Zoo that masturbates all the time.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's my homie.
I do it with them, man. All right,
Evolution, my friend.
Bruce Almighty's great. Adrian, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty's good.
Thank you.
No, the two I wanted to talk about, we're kind of past the era, but I'm wondering if you guys have seen either Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or The Majestic.
Yeah, I saw both of them.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is the one that I've never seen that I wanted to
Oh.
watch before this.
Yes.
I just haven't seen it.
Eternal Sunshine's good. I
wanted to
don't
see
like
it
The
for a long
Majestic.
time.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, not really.
I didn't rewatch. The Majestic is the one movie I watched for this. Like, I just wanted to watch one new movie, and I
I don't
liked
think
it.
I've heard of The
Eternal
Majestic.
Sunshine is quotable, very quotable, but
Well, Eternal Sunshine's just, it's a great fucking story.
That's the one with Abigail Breslin, right?
yeah.
No, that's
not
Little
No,
Miss
no.
Sunshine
Oh, whatever.
with Steve Carell and Paul Dano.
And fuck, who's
Oh,
the
yeah.
girl in that?
Kate
Is it,
Winslet.
is it Winona Ryder or something?
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet in Eternal Sunshine, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, so basically if you haven't seen Eternal Sunshine, it's a premise of after a breakup. See, like some movies try to focus on the good of like past breakup and moving on with your life. Eternal Sunshine is basically what if there was this service where you could delete this person out of your memory bank. So it literally is the question, is it better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all?
I do enjoy that movie. I've seen that one.
Oh, you have seen it? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Majestic.
I love
but
it.
It was weird that you said that we were out like past that era because
Or the early
The
2000s?
the Majestic was 2001. We were
One.
talking about Bruce Almighty, which was 2003.
I guess we were still in the
And
early
Eternal
2000s.
Eternal Sunshine was the
came out
next year.
2004.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we were still in the early two. Well, I thought. Well, I guess we were talking about the Grinch. and then
We were
Bruce
still in the
Almighty
early
and-
aughts.
Yeah. But no, the majestic. Yeah, early aughts. That is a
That's
thing.
a
Just
thing.
like Chugi.
That's a
No,
oh,
the aughts
no.
is technically a thing. Chugi's not.
Well, at least Doug acknowledges the aughts is a thing.
I acknowledge the aughts. I just think it
Doug,
sounds
Chugi
dumb as
can't
all
hurt
fucking
you.
hell.
Okay, since Adrian got
Because
to
it's not
mention
real.
his two to see if we like them, I'm going to mention a few and get them out of the way because we're running out of time.
If you're looking for a serious Jim Carrey movie, watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
Great
that's
movie,
that's
yep.
better than Majestic.
He
But
had
Majestic
a
is an
more-
okay movie, but
He just has too many good movies. That's the issue.
and a lot of
Yeah.
really good dumb fun movies to watch with Jim Carrey from 2005 on. His Fun with Dick and Jane was really good.
Indicted.
If you like shut up. If you like animated stuff, Horton Hears a Who is a really good movie.
That is a really good movie.
It has him and
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Carell in it.
anything to do with it.
Oh, damn, Jim
yeah,
Carrey and Steve Carell.
yeah, Yes Man, obviously, we've talked about it a little bit. I
Mm.
fucking love that movie.
Mike, I
Uh,
cannot believe you don't like Yes Man.
If any of
Wow.
you want a beautiful love story between a man and another man, I Love You, Philip Morris is a very fucking weird movie.
No, I don't like that one either.
It's him and Ewan McGregor in love in prison. It's great.
Yeah.
It's weird and hilarious.
Mike, you like Jim Carrey. You like Zooey Deschanel and New Girl. You don't like them
Uh-huh.
together? Or you don't?
It's just I didn't find it as funny as most people.
Yes
Okay.
Man was the first movie he made since Liar Liar that I think he was that Jim Carrey.
Holy fuck, Mike.
I just didn't think it was that.
I can't believe you don't like Yes Man. That might be my surprise of the
Not,
podcast.
not, not to mention,
It's
you
one
know,
of his stronger movies.
Danny Masterson's in it, and he really.
Yeah, but you
does
can't-
nothing-
How
he
will you
does- no, no,
stop
no, no,
doing
no,
that?
No. That's what I'm saying. I was like, he does nothing to add to the like. He's just there.
Bradley
He's just
Cooper is
a-
good.
He's
Bradley
funny in that
Cooper's
movie.
all right. I think my favorite part is the scene with Louis Guzman.
Oh
Louis
yeah.
Guzman.
Hey,
I like my favorite scene in Yes Man is when he's drunk in the alley.
yeah.
That's why he got punched out because you're not the right guy.
Yeah, the wrong
Terrence-
attitude right from the beginning.
Is it Terrence Stamp? That's the guy that's
Yeah.
like the leader of the cult.
Yeah, Terrence.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stamp.
that's what it is. It's a cult.
Yeah.
We're gonna join a secret convent. That sounded naughty.
It's not like a bad cult. It's like a good cult.
It's like a good call.
Every year, watch A Christmas Carol. I suggested it's one of the best versions of the Dickens
I'm still clicking my thumb.
classic
We can hear.
novel. If anybody
I-
cares about that kind of thing.
I have to watch Scrooged over that.
Scrooged. I also love
Yeah.
Scrooged. I also watch the Muppets Christmas Carol every year too. Mr. Popper's Penguins was okay if you have kids. Anybody out there with kids? It's enjoyable enough. Jim
I've heard
Carrey gets
it's
a
good.
couple. Jim Carrey gets a couple Jim Carrey moments in there, but it's mostly a family film. And Adrian and Doug won't give a shit. He was in the Office. He was very funny in that episode because there was a rumor out there that he was going to replace Steve Carell.
He's the
Speaking
Finger
of-
Lakes guy.
So they threw him in there just as a
I really
character,
gotta
real
get back to
quick.
Finger Lakes.
He's in Kick-Ass 2, even though he hates that he was in that because he was a
He
very
does.
violent character.
Yeah.
Anchorman 2, he's
So
in the
good.
fight at the
He
end.
was.
It's very funny. And I want to mention both Sonic the Hedgehog movies are phenomenal. If you
Oh,
like Sonic the
absolutely.
Hedgehog or video games, these movies are fucking awesome.
The
And Jim
first
Mike-
Carrey
one's good.
kills
Mike,
it.
shut the
Second,
fuck up.
first one. I have not seen the second one.
Doug, you second
Uh,
the first one.
The only last
I
fun
haven't
fact
seen
I'm
the
going to
second
throw
one.
in
I haven't
there
either.
is one that you guys might not even know, actually. He was the second choice to play Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It
But
was.
because it was Tim Burton and Johnny wanted it, he gave it to him.
It was either
Oh.
it was either going to be Jim Carrey or Gene Wilder. That's what we're talking about, right?
I will say I don't know. I think Jim Carrey would have done a much better job than Johnny Depp.
I 100% would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
I've never
That-
seen it.
They
That was
needed
my
to
thing.
change three things in that movie would have made it phenomenal. Jim Carrey as Willy Wonka. If they had used different actors for Oompa Loompas, not that one fucking guy CGI'd a bunch of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if the whole movie would have had practical sets instead of all CGI,
That thing was it was a swing and a miss.
it was a huge miss. More accurate to the books, but I don't give a shit about that.
I think two things would have made that movie better. Gene Wilder in 1971.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
I was just thinking the same thing.
That's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. These are completely different movies.
This is completely different.
More music in it. They fucking took out like all the charm of that
round and
movie.
round it goes again.
But yes, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, phenomenal. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, let's pretend that didn't exist.
And I'm sure the generation that grew up with just the Charlie one loves it.
Or anybody who super loves the book because it is more accurate to the book.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who super loves Johnny Depp just forgives him for anything terrible he's done.
I do forgive him for most of what he does, but first of all, Mike, that was all unfounded. He's fine.
That's not
So
what I was
go
talking
fuck
about.
yourself.
I don't think that's what he was going for.
We don't
I
have
meant-
time
I
for
meant
whatever
movies.
the hell you guys are
I think
talking
Mike was
about.
just saying there's some movies he does that aren't great.
All right, but
Yeah.
since we have to wrap up here, I'm just going to give my top 5 and then you guys can talk. Since I'm already kind of doing my thing. My top 5 from 1 to 5. Liar, Liar, Me, Myself, and Irene, Yes Man, Cable Guy, Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say Cable Guy number 5, Me, Myself, and Irene number 4, Liar, Liar number 3, The Truman Show number 2, and Dumb and Dumber.
Any final thoughts you want to mix in there?
Mike, you got this one?
Nah,
Num-
give Mike a second.
My final thoughts are Jim Carrey is, since I was a kid and still is, my favorite comedian to ever be on any movie ever. I love him. I even like his oddball, stupid, crazy shit he does. He's a profoundly deep speaker and thinker. I love everything the guy says and every interview I've ever seen with him, any commencement speech. He's a brilliant, brilliant, funny ass man, and I'll always watch him.
Ditto.
That was profound.
I mean, my number 1 is Bruce Almighty, and then I would have to say number 2 is.
And then it's all shit after that.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Mike's favorite movie is Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've
And then Sonic too. By the way, when Mike was agreeing with Corey earlier that the Sonic movies are great, he's never seen them.
I
So,
thought
yeah.
Mike didn't agree.
No, Mike was just nodding along. He's like, "Oh yeah, totally."
My second favorite's Liar Liar, and then The Mask, and then probably followed by the 2 Ace Ventura movies.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is number 8 on my list. So yeah, I really love that movie.
Yeah, I really,
Watch it.
It's the one I've been
Review it.
wanting to watch. Oh, and I guess the number 23 is a movie. So
Oh, God.
That is number 23 on my list.
That's too high.
Can it go lower?
Yeah, right.
It can.
I know Jim Carrey's been in over 50 movies, so it has to be lower than
He's
that.
been in 68.
68.
Well, things period with TV included.
Oh, okay.
He needs to
I
do
get-
one more. He needs to
See,
do
if
one more.
if he didn't make it to the
Nice.
23rd movie in his list, he'd die or some dumb numerology bullshit.
Yeah.
Before Jim Carrey retires, he has to come back and do that third Ace Ventura. That'll be number 69. Retire.
Giggity.
Yeah,
And
you
number
know.
23 too. I'm a Pisces, guys.
Wait, and 23 times 3 is 69.
Oh my god. So he has to do 3 23 movies.
Numerology.
Anyway,
So we're gonna have to sit through 2 more just for that joke.
I guess for me, my top movie is it's the Truman Show. Like I said, like I loved watching Jim Carrey movies growing up as a kid, but when I saw the Truman Show, it's when he became my favorite actor in my head mind. Like before that, it was probably Michael J. Fox because I grew up watching Back to the Future. One.
Also, an excellent choice of an actor.
Yeah.
Doc, are you telling me?
Are you telling me?
Are you telling me that Jim
I'm-
Carrey is your favorite actor?
Are you telling me Jim Carrey was supposed to be in this role, but
I
he got
can't-
stuck with me?
I can't remember who said it in the fucking roast of Charlie Sheen. They were like, Charlie, what are you so happy about? You're only here because God hates Michael J. Fox.
Probably Jeff Ross.
Spin City. Anyway. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
It is.
God
Hey,
hates Michael.
Michael J. Fox makes fun of himself, so it's
He
all right.
does.
Yeah, he did an
I'm not
entire
saying
one
that.
season of a show a few years ago, and that's all they fucking did was make Parkinson's jokes. It was horrible. It almost made you feel bad watching it. I wanted to like it so bad.
Like my top movie, it's gonna be The Truman Show. It's like I was saying before. That's when he became my favorite actor. Like before that, I was just I love this guy's movies. He makes me laugh. But then I realized there's so much more. Then like The Mask. I love that movie so much. It's number 2.
Number 2, wow.
I just love like the lighthearted.
It's number
cartoonish
3 on
nature
mine,
of
so
it.
hey, I
And
agree.
and like it's like you said, he is the living cartoon. So I just can't. I don't think that movie could exist without Jim Carrey.
No, it's like that movie was. I don't know if it literally was, but it's like that movie was made for him.
They tried it with Jamie Kennedy. It didn't work so well.
I was gonna say that movie. I think from.
Don't be hating.
That's one of the ones I rewatched. I think that it's actually based off of comics.
It's a remake of an old movie too.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
The old movie was called Son of the Mask.
Because it said it was like.
Shut up, Corey.
I'm not even joking. That wasn't a smart ass remark.
It said it was like in association with like Dark Horse Entertainment, which isn't that the comic book.
Doug's just telling you to shut up.
Shut up, guys. I got time.
Oh,
I ain't got the time.
Oh, okay.
Corey.
All right. My third, I guess, number 3, because you guys keep fucking with my flow, bitches.
And now in 3D.
Whoa! You can't see any of this. So this means
you guys want a drink of my water?
Whoa! Hey, my cap's off. I better be careful.
Just mute Adrian right now.
Anyway, my top three third is going to be Me, Myself, and Irene.
Nice.
Like I think we laughed the hardest talking about that.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, Mike,
Shut up,
Mike. You get it, Mike. I'm not even convinced you saw half the movies you talked about tonight. Sometimes, like, I think you just want to sound like
he reads the DVD, the backs of the DVDs.
I love The Last Jedi.
And number 4 and 5, it's Dumb and Dumber, and probably Yes Man as number 5. Like, I like Ace Ventura and stuff, but it's not like top 5 material for me.
Mike, go back and watch Yes Man.
No.
Watch it with your girlfriend, and when she laughs her ass off, see how much you like it.
As entertaining as the Ace Ventura movies are, they're like 8 and 9 on my list. They're pretty far down.
they're funny as fuck, but they're like they're popcorn movies.
It's more dumb humor when I want to laugh myself out of depression.
It's more dumb, and I need dumber.
Yeah.
But not 2.
Not 2.
So Corey, where can people?
You can find me at Baker Reviews on YouTube. Go ahead, Corey.
He posts a video once every 3 months.
Sometimes it's
YouTube isn't even real. Anyway.
Sometimes it's 3 videos in 2 weeks, and then other times it's 1 video in 3 months.
Yeah, his content's almost is just if Mike picked up the pace with his Twitch, him and Adrian would be on the same exact pace.
Oh, for sure.
Adrian is consistently inconsistent.
Exactly.
Which is still consistent.
Mike doesn't even do his Twitch, so
that probably won't happen. That won't happen for a long while.
It's okay, you tried. Anyway, don't worry, nobody ever sticks with it, man.
Very, very few actually do that forever.
You can find my reviews on Baker Reviews on YouTube. I will have, by the time this comes out, I will have a review of my favorite horror movie of 2022. I'm not going to say what that is, but you'll see by the title of the video. And check out all my stuff at Baker Reviews. And there's Doug's alarm. Corey, where can they find us on the socials? On social media, we are Culture Shock Podcast on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Culture Shock 21. And on Twitter, we are CS Podcast 21. Please get on there and debate anything I post. I love hearing from you guys. And please go anywhere you get your podcast and subscribe and download. Why don't you go ahead and just go ahead and click that little 5-star there and give us a review. We really enjoy those. They help us out a lot.
Yeah, and like you said, when you jump on Twitter, let us know your favorite Jim Carrey movie.
So I can tell you're wrong.
What if it's yours?
Then they're right.
No, you got to commit to
Still wrong.
Still wrong.
Still wrong.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us here on our Jim Carrey Spotlight. Hope you enjoyed us talking about our old favorite comedian. Fuck you, Adam Sandler. Just throwing that out there.
Well,
Adam, not you, Adam Slander. You're so cool.
Okay.
Anyway, well, I think that's going to do it for all of us. Culture Shock, if you enjoyed the show, they already told you where to check it out. So from all of us at Culture Shock, thanks for listening.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.